As you may know, Sezane is one of those brands that I can't help but go back to time and time again because I really love their beautiful designs. They always use really interesting colors and they just have this soft femininity that feels so inherently French. And I wanted to share with you today 5 underrated pieces from Sezane that I feel like I've never seen anybody talk about. And I wanted to do this now before the autumn season arrivals land on the website. So I'm going to start with apparel and then I've got some accessories. I will be sure to link everything that I mentioned down in the description box below in case you want to go check anything out along with sizing, and I might do a little bit of a blog post as well with some additional photos if you want extra info. But we'll start with item number 1, which is a piece of knitwear. And of course I had to start here because I think when you think of Sezane, you think of 3 of their most iconic sweaters. One, the Leontine, which I feel like almost everybody has, as a Henley style with the stripes. Second would be the Betty, which is a collared ladylike merino jacket. And then third would be the Gaspard, which my personal opinion is very overrated. But one I never see anybody talking about is the Kayla, which I have here in the black, and I've actually just popped a white tank underneath so you can get a better sense of it. But it's essentially a 100% cotton cardigan. It has this lovely crochet trim around the neckline and also all the way down the banding where the buttons are. There's a proper button, so not snap buttons, so they may kind of almost look like it. I really love the kind of pointelle effect as well on the neck too. I think it is just so pretty, so understated and really, really elegant. I also find that despite the pointelle, it doesn't feel overly sheer, so even when worn with a black bra underneath, you can't really see anything. It doesn't reveal anything, which is nice. You still get the sense of modesty about it, but it's just a really beautiful sweater, and I think it has all of those lovely hallmarks that you expect from a Sezane piece. And I really am surprised I haven't heard more people talking about it. I personally gravitate towards Sezane's 100% natural fiber knitwear, as it is far superior than any of their blended pieces, and you also have the certainty that it is going to launder well. When it comes to their polyamide blend knits, you aren't always so lucky. I've had not the best experience in the past, and it's one of the reasons why I will always avoid. But yeah, I just thought this is really pretty, and it also comes in white too. A lovely option, just worn even simply with jeans or a trouser, even a cute little mini skirt, and then maybe the Paula babies, which I know a lot of people have and love, including myself, but that is item number 1 that I think is incredibly underrated. In terms of sizing, I would say this fits true to size for a relaxed fit. I opted for the size small. I actually only have one other clothing item to highlight, and it is the Gabbano jacket. And this is a cotton jute jacket. And honestly, I was hard pressed to find any reviews, any pictures of anybody wearing this outside of the website. And that to me says that this is such an uncovered hidden gem on the site. Again, kind of just going back to that desire to kind of seek out more natural fiber pieces. I was really drawn to this, the fact that it doesn't feel as inherently Sezane as some of their other jackets that they do. It almost reminds me of something that you might find from a brand like Shayna Moat. It is not lined, and it has this really kind of sturdy, robust feeling to it. It has this sort of organic nature to it, which I personally really, really like, combined with the fact that it has these wider sleeves, the really long cuffs, the dark brown, almost black buttons, which have this kind of tortoise effect to them, the big pockets on the front. I just think overall a really, really stunning jacket, and it is reasonably warm too. The fabric itself is really nice and thick, and yeah, I just think it's a good length as well. If you're someone who has a longer torso or you're looking for something that is going to sit below the hip, this is a really good option. And last I checked, it was available in all sizes. I said probably my only bugbear about this piece is the price. All of Sezane's outerwear tends to be a little bit more on the expensive end of the spectrum, but to me this feels like a quality piece, something that you will have for a very, very long time, especially if you look after it well. I went with my usual size in the Gabbano jacket, so I got the AU8 or US4 French 36, and it's a really nice kind of relaxed but not too generously cut jacket. I wonder if you were petite, maybe you may like to try the size down just to see which you prefer better, but on someone who's my height, 172 centimeters, sticking true to size I think is definitely the way to go. I will actually, for those of you curious about my top 10 favorites from Sezane, I'm gonna link that video up in the cards if you'd like to go and have a watch. Some of those are items that you may expect to see, but I just really wanted to highlight the unsung heroes of the brand today. So next item we have to talk about are the Martina heels. heels, and I have mentioned these on my Instagram about how I am surprised I've not seen anybody talking about these at all. And I wonder if the reason why people aren't talking about these is because on the surface they really do just look like a very basic shoe. I'm just gonna pop one down, but these are a very simple court shoe. They have a slightly squared off toe, this very robust, thick, chunky heel, which is very, very comfortable. And then I'd say probably the defining feature for me is the way that it ruches here across the vamp. And this is the detail that I really, really love and appreciate about these shoes. As someone who has wide feet, it is kind of my mission, I feel like, to find shoes that accommodate and feel really, really comfortable straight off the bat. And because this part here is elasticated, it means that it expands, so it's really suitable for those who have wide feet. I've not gotten a single blister from wearing these. They are just very nice and comfortable. They have some cushioning in the sole, though you may want to put an insole if you need arch support, as they don't have any built-in arch support. And the leather is really nice and soft. They do come in a black leather as well, but I went with the kind of khaki lichen green just as I thought it was a bit more interesting, and I love these sort of murky, difficult to describe colors. I think they add a lot of depth to your wardrobe, but to me this is a very good option for a work shoe if you want something that is reasonably classic and is going to go with everything. And if you want some inspiration on how to style this, I did style it in some of my workwear content, so I'll be sure to link that up here or down in the description box if you want to go and see how this looks on in a bit more detail. In terms of sizing, these fit true to size, so I got the US 9 and I'm usually an EU 40. Then we've got two more accessories. Card holder, which I've got in the black croco, and they always come in these lovely little dust bags as well, so you can kind of see there's this whole experience to opening it, which I think just makes it feel that bit more special. Now, I don't feel like I've really seen anybody talking about Sezane's wallets at all. I see people talking about their bags a lot, and I love the clawed bag and the chocolate croco. It's one of my most worn, most reachable bags, but I just think this is also a really brilliant option. And I think it's really functional too. You've got the 3 card slots here. There is another little card slot here in front of the zip up pocket. And I think it's nice to have the different options. I think it makes it really, really versatile. The croco leather is very robust. It's not going to scratch or mark up, even if you rub your nails over it. And I can't say the same for some of their colors, but I do think something that Sezane does really well for their leather goods is the color selection. I just think that they really nail it, and there's some really beautiful, soft, muted tones. They always have really pretty seasonal colors that you generally can't find elsewhere. So I think that is such a win. And then the final one comes in this lovely box here, and it's actually a hair accessory. And again, I don't think I've seen anybody talking about this, but when I saw it, I just had to add it to cart. I thought it was so pretty. So this is the Kiana hair tie, and I love this resin flower. I just think it is such a statement, a really nice way to kind of do your hair up and then have this in your hair. I mean, how pretty would this be if you're on vacation somewhere tropical and then you've essentially got this lovely little flower in your hair. It does now come in a few other colors. The red in particular is very striking, and there is a earring version of this too if you prefer to make more of a statement around your face, but this is just a little bit more of a subtle way to do it. The price point is a little bit up there. I think it was around $80, so quite expensive, but I just think that these are the sorts of accessories that you buy and can really help to finish off the mood, the feeling of your outfit. So also had to mention this one too, but I think the earrings are a really good alternative if you prefer to get something that is maybe a little bit more visible, especially when you're looking in the mirror. So those are my top 5 underrated hidden gems from Sezane, the things that I feel like I never see anybody talking about and that are definitely worth a second look. And actually I want to know if there are any items from Sezane in your wardrobe that you feel like you never see anybody talking about but that are absolutely incredible. Please do share down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I hope that you have the most beautiful week ahead, and I will see you next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.